and welcome to 28th edition of Monday Review. Your host Neha Sharma brings you the Times of India's weekly roundup of print news from Chandigarh, Mohali and Panchkula. COVID-19 has killed 33 Chandigarh residents in the first 13 days of September and 38 in the entire August. The health department has put more beds in the COVID hospital, while the municipal corporation is free to use rupees 8.38 crore out of COVID cess for pandemic control. Postmortem.
Chandigarh is racing to the 10,000 COVID-19 cases mark, but the city's fatality rate of 1.12% is lowest in the Tri-City. It is better even than the national figure of 1.63%. Mohali has a fatality rate of 2% and Panchkula of 1.17%. The death toll is past 100 in Chandigarh, 150 in Mohali and 50 in Panchkula. The recovery rate is 63 for Chandigarh, 65 for Mohali and 72 for Panchkula.
Coming to the question of safety. From all the 90 government schools of Chandigarh, 25,000 students have consented to visit the classroom for guidance. Since the number is around 50% of the strength, the Education Department will reopen the schools from September 21st for classes 10th and 12th. The schools will reopen in two sessions of couples of hours each, with a 90-minute interval between the shifts. Kamini Mehta takes us through the preparations.
The schools will do thermal screening at entry points, enforce distancing, promote hand wash, sanitize the campuses and make students wear masks. They can't hold any crowded event. More than 50% parents in government schools pushed for reopening, while in the private schools less than 25% gave their consent.
Thanks, Kamini. Next is either magic or data jugglery. The maximum capacity of the Chandigarh testing centres, including the PGI, GMCH, MTech and the 3 private laboratories, is not in consonance with the new testing data. Shimona cover detected a huge disparity.
Chandigarh is topping the COVID update chart of tests per million this month, while it was counted among the bottom 10 states and union territories last month. There has been a sudden increase in testing data, while the capacity in most institutes has not changed. Public health experts say that the testing data is erroneous, which can mislead public health strategies.
Let's do the maths.
Something amiss. Officially, 41,440 RT-PCR and antigen tests were conducted in Chandigarh till September 9. Officially, 43,701 tests were conducted till the next day, September 10. That makes it 2,261 tests in a day. But the PGI can do a maximum of 500 tests. The GMCH can do only 150 to 180, while MTech and the private centers can do 200. Only Government Multi-Speciality Hospital Sector 16 does the antigen rapid test, and even its capacity is only 700 tests a day. The other centers do RT-PCR tests. Antigen and RT-PCR add up to only 1,400 tests. The data overshoots the actual capacity by 850.
Meanwhile, no more shaming. Chandigarh has discontinued the practice of sticking posters on the houses of quarantined people and stamping their hands on the pattern of Punjab. Rajendra Nagar Koti tells us that what actually went wrong with this idea.
The original plan was to protect the neighbors and the immediate contacts of the patients. But because of these posters, the patients started complaining of social boycott. The psychological trauma mounted. For 6 months. 72 municipal workers had scanned all the streets for the campaign until a spike in the cases made the job difficult.
Another corona followed. The city's first flyover project is all set to be delayed. The site is at the rotary of Sector 29 and 31. Also, securing money from the central government amid the pandemic is just next to impossible when the project is not popular. Big shift elsewhere. The fruit and vegetable market has moved back to Sector 26 from the interstate bus terminal in Sector 17. In May, the COVID-19 outbreak in Bapu Dham had forced a first shift, a stopgap arrangement. Moving on to law and crime. The CBI court has granted bail to suspended station house officer Jaswinder Kaur in ₹5 lakh graft case. She was also directed to deposit her passport, claiming to have been framed by the complainant she had surrendered on July 25th. Also, a government school teacher was charged with killing his wife at their house in Sector 23 and leaving his eldest son to drown in a Ludhiana canal. The accused is on the run with his younger son. New test for Punjab University. 86,616 students took Punjab University's first online examination. The candidates from Leh and Ladakh also got a special nodal officer for their area. Also, the tension near the border has affected interconnectivity in that region. Citizen reporters are back in action.
A dried up show in Phase 9 Mohali was brought to the fore by Colonel TBS Bedi, highlighting how it has become a problem area for residents. Kulbhushan Kanwar throws light on pig menace in southern sectors of Chandigarh. And Girish Anand finds out how people have scant regard for parking rules and how open drains pose a threat to lives in Sector 34 Chandigarh. You can be a TOI citizen reporter too. For that, please download the CR app from Google Play or App Store.
Send in your contribution and keep reading Times of India. To get your copy, call us at this number 1800 121 0005. See you next week. Stay safe.